Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're excited. I promised you all that we were going to do double lunchtime conversation today. So guess what time it is? Lunchtime conversation. So I hope you're ready for another conversation. I hope you're excited. I know I missed yesterday. Please forgive me. Matter of fact, I think I have 3 to post for this week. How did I get so far behind? Well, we're going to get them posted nonetheless. So, let me go get situated. Let me go get settled. Enjoy the intro, and I'll be right back. This is going to be right to the point, and hopefully you get it. Hopefully you can take something away from it, apply it to your life, and really be successful in what you're trying to do. So the thought is, well, first off, let's start with a question. All right, would you rather make $100,000 a year, but have like, let's say $45,000 of debt, and you can only pay the minimum balance? Or would you rather make about 70 grand, but not have any debt? Let me know. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think down on the bottom. So, of course, as you can imagine, I have been thinking about debt and going into debt, getting out of debt. And I've actually been talking with one of my friends, Tony Farrar. He and his wife recently just paid off all of their debt. And so this is one of those things that has kind of encouraged me, because I know people that are going to college that are racking up a whole rack of debt because they're going to college to better themselves, of course, and then having some trouble finding the career jobs that they want and staying with them and being able to stay with them because of the amount of debt they have on top of how much they're actually making in their first job. And so today's thought, and you know what, I may do a little series on financial literacy. That's one of the things that I'm thinking about. But it's all with how it has to deal with not only life, but entrepreneurship as well. Because for me, financial literacy goes hand in hand. And so this thought is called the Snowball Effect. And so basically, I want you to get out of debt more quickly than not. And yes, that requires some discipline. That requires you sticking to it until you're finished and not using the funds for other things. And so if you take the time now, you can be out of debt more quickly. I know that I am right now completely 100% debt free and have been for going on 4 years now. Yeah, I think it's about 4 years now. Completely 100% debt free. There's nothing looming over my head, nothing that I need to pay back or anything like that. And so I want you all to have that same fulfillment, that same joy. And so hopefully this snowball idea will help you out a great deal. All right, so here is how it works. Basically, you take all of the bills that you have. You know every single one, hopefully. But if you don't, go out and get your credit report. See everything that's out there that could potentially hinder your credit report from doing what it needs to be. And check it out. Check out all those liens if you have them. Make sure you have all the bills accounted for that you have. And basically, I want you to start paying the minimum balance on all of them. All right? Start with the minimum on all of them. Now, this is where the discipline part comes in, because this is going to require you to do something that you probably wouldn't normally do on a regular basis. It doesn't necessarily make sense to throw more money at the debt, especially when you might need it for wanted things. But come on, wanted things, you haven't had them yet. You can probably wait a little longer and pay for it outright without any problems. Just a thought. So look at all the minimums. Figure out which debt is the lowest debt that you have. Once you figure that one out, we're going to start with that one. Pay that one off first. All right? So any extra funds that you have, make sure that you use them towards paying off this debt. And so every month, at minimum, every bill, every debt that you have is getting the minimum balance. You're taking more of the funds that you have, more of the funds that you've put together, and you are making or more of the balancing funds after you've paid off your bills, your mortgage, all of that good stuff, and you're taking that extra, and rather than putting it away for a rainy day because you've already had an emergency fund, well, wait, you may not have an emergency fund already. So, but we're going to touch that on another one if I decide to do this series. Let me know what y'all think. If y'all want me to do the series, I'll do the series. It's nothing new. It's not anything new. And it's founded by the information that I've got from Dave Ramsey and I forget the other guy's name, but they are doing it big and have been for a long time, and they just want people to live better lives, honestly. But back to the snowball. So with your lowest debt, you want to pay that one off first. And since you're going to pay that one off first, once you're done, take the money that you are already putting into that little one and move it into the next smallest. And keep going until you get to the big one. If you do it right, if you do it the right way, and you stay consistent with it until you have it paid off, you can actually cut down some of those 15-year loan type thing arrangements and bring them down to like 2 to 3. Like, I went from a total of, I think between myself, my wife, cars, all of that, credit cards and things like that, we were upwards to $70,000 maybe total. And we ended up paying that off in three years, I think, or less. So you have the same opportunity to pay off your debt more quickly, but it requires discipline. And sometimes, I realize, sometimes there are things that you want, and you want them right away, and you put them on that credit card, but make sure if you're going to use a credit card, use it for emergency purposes only, and get the debt off of that. Or if you're going to use a credit card to pay something off, make sure you already have the funds first. That way you can, it requires some discipline, because I know there are a lot of cards out there where you can get miles and rewards and things like that off of that. And those are the type of cards that you would like to use and you want to use, so that overall you can reap benefits of it. But at the same time, don't use a credit card unless you necessarily have to. And so first, let's get rid of all the debt. Let's focus on getting rid of the debt that you have. Figure out how long it would take you if you just paid off the minimums. Figure out how long it would take you if you just wanted to throw money at it a little bit at a time. The good thing about the snowball effect is it actually works. I am a living witness that it works. But you have to be disciplined. You can't go around spending everything extra. Make sure that if there's something that you need, that you're taking care of that. But if it's something that you want, that you can wait for, say, another 6 months to a year, then wait on it. I promise you, as you start getting the smaller debts paid off and taken care of, that you are going to be that much more excited about what you're doing and what you're getting and putting your money towards and saving and so forth, because you're going to have an opportunity to do a whole lot of things because those debts aren't hanging over you anymore. And so I really want you to get out of debt, because we can live a fuller life and build the assets that we need for our family if we don't have debts looming over our heads and taking out funds that we could be using for other things. I hear it time and time again, to make sure that you are not working for money, but your money is working for you. And that is one of those principles that is always going to stay around, because if you're always working towards money, then people can control you and control what you do and so forth. So if you're always working towards money or working for money, then people can lowball you because you feel the need for having that money. Like, there is that, oh, I need this money. While money is necessary for what you want to do, change your mindset. Make your money work for you. So take some time to learn some things about investing. Take some time to get out of debt first. So, like, before you do anything else, let's get out of debt first. Let's get together and work on a plan to where we can get out of debt first. And so if you need any help, feel free, shoot me an email. I'll leave the email somewhere in here. Also, just drop me a note. I don't mind talking about financial literacy at all. I'm not, I won't claim to be the guru of it, but I know the things that have worked based off of what the research that I've done and tried in my life. So I enjoy sharing with you all and knowing that you all appreciate it and, being helpful, because I want you all to live awesome lives. Life was meant to be awesome. Our existence wasn't meant to be wasted, paying off debt and being, beat down by the man, if you will. So I want you all to step up and let me know. If you need any help with getting the snowball together, hit me up and I'll send you some of the resources that I have. I'll also talk over things with you if necessary, and you can make it happen. You can get out of debt soon. And you got to put some discipline behind it. It's just as important as your hustle. Discipline and hustle work hand in hand. So, as always, I love you. God loves you more. And until next time, be inspired, be edified, be encouraged. Put God first in all that you do. Love unconditionally. Do what you love. And always live and amp life. See you tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe. Ooh, mosquito.